And the Minnesota Vikings play the Oakland Raiders in Super Bowl 51, 40 years after playing in Super Bowl 11. With a 200-1 long shot, I sure hope so.
Go. Right down the
Got
middle
him.
again. Oh.
Did they hit him?
Held
That's
on
a
to
helmet
it.
that went
I
off.
don't know how he held on to that. Sammy White.
In my opinion, it was thrown with more authority than I've seen Fred throw all day. Nothing fancy. Atkinson's letting him go to the inside. He catches the ball. Watch this. 26 goes wham. Skip Thomas. Wham. 32. Tatum. Off goes the headgear. But
Anytime you have Carr, Crabtree, and Cooper playing on O, you're in every game, but the defense does scare me. We'll find out what happens, but Showtime had a nice little run, week 5 here on the Raiders and the Vikings. It's amazing that Sammy White held onto that ball, getting clotheslined by Thomas and then speared by Jack Tatum. And then all 3 guys, DBs, were standing over White as he's basically looks like he's knocked out. It was unbelievable that he actually caught the ball, but that was old-time football, and they signed up for.
The 1976 NFL season ended with the Oakland Raiders beating the Minnesota Vikings in the Super Bowl. Fast forward 40 years, and while disco isn't back quite yet, the Raiders and Vikings certainly are. They have a combined record of 9-1.
Wow.
And for a long, long time, first time in a long time, they have our undivided attention. I think the Raiders are amazing. What a story. Real quarterback and a ton of confidence.
And a ton of great play from guys like Michael Crabtree, who I watched and said, wow, he is taking his game to another level. Why is Crabtree in Oakland? Why didn't he stick in San Francisco? It was those big plays at the end of the game that he's making now in Oakland that I didn't see him make a whole bunch of in San Francisco.
You're right. He's exactly right.
Incredible.
The thing I think, it's the right coach, Jack Del Rio, at the right time for the right quarterback. And they're going for it on 4th down and 2, maybe a lesson that some other people at this table might want to learn from. But the thing is that, no, I'm sorry about it, Brent. I just got to help myself. But the thing about it is, Jack Del Rio is like now all of a sudden Riverboat Ron. You remember Ron Rivera last year? He's going to go for it on 4th. Well, when you have Cam Newton, you do that. But now all of a sudden it's Derek Carr. And he's changing plays at the line of scrimmage. He's comfortable. The only thing that I worry about right now with the Raiders, you saw what Phillip Rivers did to them. He carved them up. And it was because of a holder situation where, that game didn't go into overtime. So I would just worry about their defense. I don't worry about that defense when it comes to the Vikings. I worry about other things on the Vikings, but the defense in Minnesota is the championship defense.
Carr is a superstar. There's no question about
Carr,
that.
Cooper, and Crabtree.
Yeah, without question. And how about the job Mike Zimmer has done with the Minnesota Vikings? Ton of injuries. And no problem, boom. They're undefeated.
Special teams and defense in that building, I'm telling you, look at their schedule. That is a 14-2, 13-3 schedule.
About Vikings and Raiders as playoff teams.
I say yes to both.
Vikings are going to make the Super Bowl. I don't know about the Raiders. They play in a division with Kansas City and Denver. We'll find out a lot about the Raiders this week when they host the Chiefs.
Vikings, yes, but when you look at the AFC West, you have Denver. Denver's going to win that. We need that wild card spot, so I can't say yes.
At least he's still holding out hope. That's good.
The Raiders are making the playoffs.
I say so.
For this 200-1 shot to hit, Khalil Mack, Bruce Irvin, Reggie Nelson, Dave Amerson, they need to start bringing it.